It's a good feeling, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Here. Pre-game, you mentioned about staying mentally tough throughout the entire game. How was your team able to do that here tonight?
That's it. It really, if we can boil it down to one thing for this group, is leaning into being grittier. So we talked about at halftime, showed a clip of us not having hands on people. And so we have to have intention to play extremely hard with effort and energy. And we played for one another tonight. 30-plus assists, the ability to scrap and really cover for each other on the defensive end of the floor with a bigger team, and just the intent behind it to get problems solved together. So hopefully our guys see the recipe. We talked about trending in that direction and having some halves and some quarters and not full games yet, but we're getting there.
What was special in that third quarter that allowed you guys to go off? I think you outscored them 38-22.
Yeah, I think just overall juice. The ability for our guys to make shots. I have 19 threes for us tonight, so that's always a mental uplift when you see the ball go in. But we were determined to play with some pace tonight, which we have to as a group, and just scrap, really. And it doesn't have to be pretty for this group, but just figure it out.
Cam Thomas said, shoot around. He gave us a warning that he was ready to play here tonight. How contagious did he kind of make it for the entire group, the way that he came off his bench?
Well, he saved us in that first half for sure. His ability just to get us open looks. You know, they got to a point where they started trapping him, and then we got some looks out of that. But I just thought he did a lot of good things tonight, whether it was once he got the attention on him. I think I had looked, and he had 4 assists, and his ability just to make the right play, he's just growing.
The clip that you showed, I mean, I'm sorry, just want to make it clear. Was this something that you guys showed in shoot-around or after or pregame, or was it something you showed at halftime from the first half?
Yes, from the first half. So this was a halftime clip. Sometimes we'll watch, some clips from halftime, make some adjustments. We talked about how we wanted to play the post in the second half, and then there was a one pick-and-roll clip where basically I paused it, and all 5 guys wasn't touching the purple jersey. And so that can't be how we play. We have to touch somebody and be okay with it, and our guys responded by doing that in the second half.
Jacque, in that third quarter, I guess defensively, going back to that point, you've wanted your guys to be more active. You guys wanted to put hands on guys. What was it about that quarter where I guess it wasn't just like, I guess it was similar to Wednesdays, but what was different about it? It seemed like there was more energy, like you said, I guess.
Yeah, it really is some psyche behind it. I just think, these dudes are human, and when you see the ball go in offensively, it gives you an extra boost to pull for your teammate or to make an extra effort. You saw us tonight. We were scrambling all over the place, and that's with the post-ups. That was out of pick and roll also. That's us fixing things and covering for each other. When the ball goes in, that's helpful. Now the next layer, when the ball doesn't go in. So that's our challenge. That's the grit. That's the determination. That's the mental toughness to somehow figure it out and move on to the next possession. But it was helpful for that ball to go in.
Lonnie obviously came back, played for the Lakers last year. Just what did you think about his performances? Obviously he showed it against Portland too, but this seemed like a much more impactful 15 points, I guess, off the bench tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think our bench was really good tonight, whether it was Dennis's energy on the defensive end of the floor to be disruptive, and then Lonnie has proven he has the ability to come into the basketball game and have an impact. We missed segments of both of those guys for weeks throughout the course of this season, and so for them to feel playing together, covering for each other, how each other plays, it's only because we have some practice time. We're using all of it. Shoot-arounds, we're using all of it. And trying to expedite or catch up from some of the stuff we missed in those first 41 games.
You mentioned the word intention, not to diminish how difficult it is to be a head coach in this league, but how easy does it make your job when the guys buy in and play for each other, like you mentioned?
It's I got a great group, and that's the first thing, is continue to believe in the group. Because if I don't believe, then how can I expect them? And so that's where that intent is. I kept telling our guys, just continue to invest in us, compound interest. It'll add up. we were doing a bunch of withdrawals and not depositing enough. And so this group, we spent some time together. Paris was a part of that. Those are all putting money in the bank and with the intent of figuring things out together and doing it with each other. Yeah.
I know the guys always want to win a game. That's the first, point of this whole thing. But when you mentioned about how when you do play here and you're in LA, the lights are on, and you have so many different connections of guys taking on their own former teammates and their friends. Did you see that extra boost from the guys coming into this game?
Without a doubt. I think our guys had juice, even in introductions, and so they were ready to play. And I just like how they responded throughout the course of the night, whether it was a run, whether it was taking the lead for us and figuring out how to keep a lead, whether it was responding in a timeout. I thought our execution was pretty high level tonight, getting to the spots that we wanted to. But, yeah, L.A. brings a little something out of everybody, for sure.
Thank you, JV.
All right, guys.